Hello, it's Subway Pontypridd. Can I take your order, please?
In the red, white and blue shorts, Harry Miles from Wales, and in the black shorts from London, Danny Williams. Even though I'm sure you don't need any introduction to the two boxers. Here we go, round one. Straight away, both boxers get down to action. Harry Miles pumping out the straight shots. Danny Williams, the naturally bigger guy, of course, has beaten Mike Tyson, fought for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's a nice body shot by Harry Miles, whipped it in.
Yeah, some nice crisp shots coming there from Harry Miles. You know, when Danny Williams, I'm sure he'll have fought southpaws in the past, but looks like he's struggling a little bit to get to grips with this southpaw style from Harry Miles. Harry Miles throwing in some good left hooks to the body, and then he whips in the right hook to the body. Nice sharp punches coming from Harry Miles.
And this is great work from Harry Miles. Nobody expected Harry Miles to be so aggressive and to be able to force Danny Williams back. I mean, let's not pretend this is a prime Danny Williams, but still, nobody expected such an aggressive start from Harry Miles. If Harry Miles was to win this, the common opinion was that Harry Miles would have to box. Except now we've seen Harry Miles, the aggressive fighter. Now Williams throws a shot with the timing as well off. And Williams looks very tired early on, although he fires a left hook back. This is excellent work from Harry Miles.
There's some great punches coming in from Harry Miles. I mean, I don't know if this is tactics from Danny Williams to let him, draw Harry Miles in and give him a false false tactics that he's letting him unload. Maybe just seeing what he's got to offer. I mean, hopefully, he's going to show a little bit more than he's showing at the moment. Danny Williams, he's been such a great champion and been in with some great fighters. That's why I'm a bit unsure on whether, these are just tactics that he's showing, or, whether Harry Miles is, he's taking that first round, and then he's wobbled him at the end of that round. So it's a clear first round for Harry Miles.
Yeah, excellent first round for Harry Miles. Remember, this is a 5-round contest, each round lasting 2 minutes. Excellent start for Harry Miles. I don't think anyone really expected that. It's a dominating start to the fight. But as Robin said, is this just a tactic by Danny Williams to draw the sting out of Harry Miles? I think, if my memory serves me correctly, the last time Williams boxed in Wales was against Scott Garmer, and he did a similar thing there, where he took Scott Garmer's best punches and then came back in the second half of the fight to stop Scott Garmer. So it'll be interesting to see if Danny Williams is playing that similar type of had the same sort of game plan tonight.
And then he seems quite clear-headed, in that corner. He's not breathing. I know he never threw much. He's got to remember, though, I know he's a former professional. He's got to remember he's only got the 5 rounds here. He can't let too many rounds slip away. He's got to be a tactical move. He's felt what Harry Miles has got to offer now. Let's see what he comes back with now.
It's also worth remembering as well is that Danny Williams has a lot of miles on the clock. He's been boxing for a very long time now. I think over 70 professional fights. I think it was actually 74 professional fights under the British Boxing Board of Control. Plus he's boxed on the unlicensed scene as well a number of times. So there's a lot of miles on the clock from Danny Williams. So even though he's doing better this round, he's throwing a few more punches, but his timing doesn't seem to be there so far. That's good work from Harry Miles, boxing out of the southpaw stance, lands an uppercut and a hook.
It's like I say, Danny just seems to be struggling a little bit with that southpaw stance from Miles. Miles is a tall southpaw as well, and he's got some sharp stinging punches there, and Williams just seems to be struggling a little bit to get to grips with the southpaw stance as Miles goes to work on the body with left right hooks, and came back with a right hook over the top. He's taking control of this fight early on, and I'm sure he'll have trained for it, and if he can sustain this for the 5 rounds, he's in for an easy night's work, is Harry Miles.
Yeah, and I think unless you've actually boxed before, it's difficult to realise how difficult it is sometimes fighting a southpaw. It's just only when you've been in there and tried to fight southpaws you know how awkward they sometimes are.
Yeah, I mean, one of the most famous southpaws that I actually fought, obviously being Joe Calzaghe, and you know, what a great fight we had. You know, but I mean, I wasn't too bad with the southpaw stance. I was a bit of a switch hitter at times myself, but you know, I had to, you know, train for 3 months for the Joe Calzaghe fight, southpaw after southpaw after southpaw with the sparring. It's not something you can walk into, you know, fresh without training or sparring with a southpaw, because it's that much different, you know, and it takes a bit of time to get used to it. And like I say, Danny Williams seems to be struggling there with the southpaw stance from Harry Miles. That's the first 2 rounds to Harry Miles, clear win rounds as well.
Yes, an excellent start for Harry Miles. I suppose the question is now, can he keep up the pace? I mean, Harry Miles has been the more active boxer over the last few years, so he's probably fresher in that respect. There's no real ring rust. I'm not quite sure how much ring time Danny Williams has had, even though he does look in fantastic shape. I think we were all surprised here ringside when Danny Williams took off his robe, and he looks in really cracking shape, very trim, but it could be a mirage.
And he does, I mean, I know he's not done much work, but he's not breathing heavy, you know. It looks like he's, you know, he's put the mileage in, he's done the training. You know, whether he's just trying to work out Harry Miles or he can't get used to that southpaw stance. I'm a bit bemused myself, but there's not much not much coming back from Danny Williams. Let's see what the third round has to offer.
Nice lead, left hand by Harry Miles, and there it is again, straight down the middle. Danny Williams just can't seem to handle this southpaw style. That's better from Danny Williams, starting to pump the jab out. 2 good body shots, head punch. Williams loses his balance. Harry Miles doesn't seem perturbed by the Danny Williams assault, and he lands a couple of good shots of his own. He's got Williams on the ropes. Harry Miles very patient, not wasting any punches. The feet clattering together there.
Beautiful right hook then to the body from Harry Miles. Very sharp. I mean, especially for a heavyweight as well. You know, there's some zip and there's some venom in them shots. You know, he's thrown in with bad intent, but you know, they're not wild shots. They're nice, crisp, sharp punches. Oh, there's another one to Danny Williams' body. Sung that left hand in nice to the body, and the right hook again. You know, I'm quite impressed with Harry Miles so far. You know, he's boxing a clever fight. You know, Danny Williams, you know, he's Danny Williams. You know, he doesn't seem sharp. He doesn't seem, you know, he's missing with punches. I don't know if he's a bit rusty or a bit bemused by the southpaw style, but it's all Harry Miles so far.
And as we into the third round, it's really Harry Miles' fight to lose at this point, because he certainly won the first 2 rounds. It looks like he's going to win round 3, and he fires back a lovely left hand, and Danny Williams is hurt. He's visibly hurt by that left hand, and Harry Miles now is putting the pressure on. Danny Williams tries to grab hold, but Harry Miles just pushes him back. Great boxing from Harry Miles. Another nice left hand, and Harry Miles, an excellent round of boxing from Harry Miles. Well, that's 3 rounds down, and it's Harry Miles 3 rounds up for me. I'm sure the judges ringside have got it the same, because we just haven't seen anything from Danny Williams so far, Robin.
Yeah, you know, I mean, he looks a little bit rusty. He's trying, you know, so he's having a bit of success with some body shots to Miles' body, but you know, there just doesn't seem to be the zip or the sharpness, or the same sharpness and the same zip that there is in Harry Miles' punches. You know, it's, you know, if Danny Williams is going to start getting into this fight, he needs to do so in the next round, because he's going to leave it far too late otherwise.
I just wonder if Danny Williams, he looked at Harry Miles' record. He's got a bit of a mixed record under the British Boxing Board of Control. He spent most of his career as a cruiserweight, got quite a handful of losses, a few stoppages. I'm just wondering if Danny Williams just totally overlooked Harry Miles.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking that way so far. He's like, you know, he's underestimated him. I mean, it's like when he fought Mike Tyson. You know, he done a number on Mike Tyson. I'm not saying Mike Tyson underestimated him, but it looked that way. And you know, and the same's happened to Danny Williams here. You know, he's getting caught with punches that, I'm not saying he shouldn't be caught, but you know, his head's getting rocked back with short, sharp, stiff jabs, right hands, left hooks, right hooks. Back he comes himself with a couple of body shots. But it's all Harry Miles so far. The sharpness is still there. The crispness of the sting is still in his punches.
The common belief, that's a good left hand from Williams. The right hand sort of went over Miles's head. It's a little bit better from Danny Williams. This is the point where Williams now, he has to work on the inside. But there just doesn't seem any zip in Danny Williams so far. Harry Miles, though, even though he's winning this fight, clearly he doesn't want to lose his complacency. He doesn't want to overestimate his ability so far, because this is Danny Williams, as we've seen in the past, he can always end a fight with one punch.
Yeah, and he's bags of experience as Danny Williams. I'm sure he's been in this position before, whereas he's been rounds behind. Against Mike Tyson, he wasn't taking a beating, but he was taking a lot of every shot from Mike Tyson, and he came back well, and but let's get it right, that was over a longer distance fight. We're into the fourth round now. He needs to start making his mark. He needs to start opening up on Harry Miles a little bit, and just gaining that respect from Harry Miles, which Harry Miles is fighting the fight of his life, I suppose. He's boxing well, he's working well behind the jab, and that's another round in the bag for Harry Miles.
Well, that's 4 rounds to Harry Miles with only 1 round left. On our scorecards, I'm sure the judges' scorecards as well, Danny Williams needs a knockout going into this 5th and last round. A disappointing display from Danny Williams. Robin, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't want to take anything away from Harry Miles. It's a great performance so far. Going into the last round, he's got a big lead. It's just a little bit sad, to see Danny Williams. He's not getting bashed up, but he's getting beat convincingly. Just for a former British champion, Commonwealth champion, world title contender. He's been in with the best, Mike Tyson, Klitschko. And he's getting caught with punches here that maybe he shouldn't be doing. Like I say, don't want to take anything away from Harry Miles, but Danny Williams, a little bit sad to see that, he's not got into the fight, and he's stumbling about there, like he's losing his footing and missing with big punches. His timing's gone. When, like I say, don't want to take anything away from Harry Miles. He's put up a great performance, some good boxing, but maybe not the Danny Williams that we were expecting.
I think there was a clash of heads there. I'm not quite sure if Miles is cut over his right eye, and he looks very angry and annoyed at that. Referee Christian Evans having a word with Danny Williams as Miles' corner man Vince cleverly cleans the blood away from the eye. I'm sure at this stage of the fight, around the 5th and last round, they wouldn't be stopping the fight unless the cut is too bad, of course. And so the action goes on, and now Harry Miles surely is on his way to victory unless Danny Williams can detonate a monster punch. As both boxers, this is great action, both boxers standing toe to toe, and Harry Miles is getting the better of the action as he forces Danny Williams onto the ropes. This is great stuff from Harry Miles. Nobody predicted when this fight was announced that it would be Harry Miles forcing Danny Williams back. Great action from Miles. But credit to Danny Williams, he's not lying down, he's in there trying to win the fight. It's just Miles' tactics of throwing shots and then a little bit of foot movement is just throwing Williams off. As the fight draws down now to the last few moments of the contest, that's a nice left hand to the body by Harry Miles. Williams fires back with a right hand of his own to the body. Both boxers are very tired now in this 5th and last round.
Yeah, no, that was it's been a better round for Danny Williams. I think he's just nicked this last round for me. Harry Miles, he's not blown out, but tiring a little bit. Less coming from Harry Miles now, but Danny Williams just sneaked that last round for me. But that's a convincing win for Harry Miles, 4 rounds to 1.
Well, when they announced this fight, Danny Williams versus Harry Miles, virtually nobody gave Harry Miles a shot, but full credit to him. He's upset the odds tonight and he's made a lot of people look a little bit silly. Well done, Harry Miles. I can't think of anything other than a Harry Miles win tonight. Well done, Harry.
Everybody's treating me like I won a world title anyway, so it's quite good. But I've always looked up to Danny Williams. The guy beat Mike Tyson. He fought Vitaly Klitschko for a world title. He's British, Commonwealth, European champion. He's not the same guy as he used to be. Do you mean he's 44 years of age? But still, it's one thing you never lose your power. And I was scared in it. I was scared of the fight. I wasn't going to take a fight. I didn't want the fight, but this man behind Mark Jenkins told me, Harry, you're gonna win. It's a fight you're gonna win, and it's 2 words, isn't it?
Did you feel the power of Danny Williams was more than anything else you felt in the past?
No. It's we wore 12-ounce gloves in there. Do you mean? I had him wobbling a couple of times, mind. So my power's there. Danny, it's his left hook in there. That's what we were scared of, his left hook, because I can remember when he dislocated his shoulder and then knocked out Porter with one arm with his left hook. But and Ivan Drago wouldn't have knocked me out in it, right? He wouldn't have. No one was knocking me out in it, mate. I was winning our fight. There's no doubt about that.
As you mentioned there, you managed to hurt Danny a couple of times with your lead left hand. Just a couple of times, it almost looked like you might actually stop him. Did you feel it was there or not?
He went a couple. Like you said, he went a couple of times. But I was going to go in for the kill. But I remember Vince telling me in the corner before the fight, Harry, if you hurt this guy, don't rush in, take your time, use your jab, and look for shots. Don't just go in for the kill. And that's what I've done in the past, and I took my time in it tonight, and I think I improved. I think that's the best I've boxed in 12 years. So.
Do you feel that you've proved a lot of critics wrong with this victory tonight?
Yeah, maybe. I've never had the credit I deserve. I started with Enzo Calzaghe when I was 18 years of age. I mean. I was down there training with the best, Nathan Cleverleys, the Joe Calzaghis. I never really got treated, like I should have been treated. If I sold tickets, I would be fighting for world titles. As simple as that. I don't sell tickets, so I got to fight. I got to be the journeyman and fight the harder guys. And I'd be world. I know I would. I would have fought for a world title if I could sell tickets. I would have fought for a world title.
Just bringing your promoters in now. For you two guys, what was it like bringing such a well-respected and well-known fighter like Danny Williams to Wales?
Yeah, it was a brilliant achievement for us as a business, and the way Harry won it as well. On about Danny's power. Danny was more worried of Harry's power there tonight. The body shots were cruel. Some of the shots he hit him with were unbelievable. But give Danny his credit, he took him well. He took him well to see the round through, see the fight through. But I just think with Harry there, he just had bad management over the years. And now he's getting support, lower level boxing, he's getting support that he should have had 10 years ago. So who knows what's next for Harry.
And what would you like to see next for Harry? You've obviously put on this promotion right now. Harry's got probably the biggest win of his career, or keynote win, and a name people recognise. What would you like Harry to do next?
Well, I think about letting him have a little break now anyway. To see what happens in the new year. I'd like to see Harry in the gym. If he's not going to fight, obviously work in the gym with me with the boys, and put this game on the map, like. So that's what I think. Yeah, that's about it.
And last word to you, Harry. Any message to your family or friends you want to give out?
No, the guys, everybody here. I get more support now than I ever have done in my career. I don't know why that is. I might be a changed guy now. I might not be such of a big head or whatever, but now, you know, I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank the missus. I want to thank my dad. I want to thank the mother-in-law, the father-in-law. You know, all the boys who come here, Mark and Owen, for putting this fight on. And now it's time to. I'm gonna have a break, a long break, just to see what. You know, we'll have a word. You know, we want to get married now, so we're going to book our wedding. You know, I spend some time with the kids. Be a dad that don't go to the gym. You know, and
How proud are you of Harry tonight after his performance?
Very proud.
Hello, it's Subway Pontypridd. Can I take your order, please?